Hello, welcome to our program Face the Fact on Global TV. My name is Topsy Gimba, your host. Face the Fact is a program that comes to you Tuesday at about this time where we look into issues and discuss them holistically. It gives you that privilege as well to invite personality to be with us in the studio. I have with me this evening a most respected Nigerian, a lady who has been in politics for a very long time and is making waves in the FCT. I remember at a particular time when APC was organizing its Congress to determine who would become the flag bearer for AMAC chairmanship that will now lead to 2026 election. I saw her really showing much of her interest there, and the person of Honorable Jennifer Uzoma Numadi. It's a pleasure having the program this evening on Face the Fact. My guest.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's unfortunate that we're starting behind time. This is how to put things together. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. In a nutshell, just give us the summary of your political journey.
Oh, my political journey has been very interesting. It's an interesting story that so many young girls look up for, and they say, yes, I've been an inspiration to them. And when I came out, it was as if one of their hope is coming out. So I was glad to contest, and I have made a great impact in this FCT.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So where has it led you to? Did you succeed at that?
What happened, primaries was conducted, even though it was not duly conducted. But we don't fight our party.
Yeah.
We stand by our party, and we are here to also represent our party as well.
Okay.
So the incumbent chairman was the one that was elected.
Okay. Can you give me a summary why women are showing interest in politics?
Yes, that's a very good question, because if you notice, that's the bill that have been passed like twice now. It has passed the first reading, reserved seat for women, and we've been underrepresented in the society. They feel that women we belong in the kitchen, of which that is not right. So we are begging the government that they should include women in everything they are doing. If other countries can be doing it, I think it's Nairobi that has the female president. They have almost all their representative as a woman. So I think in Nigeria we should be able to pass the bill so that the Nigerian women can also be represented.
Why are women seeking recognition through the constitutional means? Are you to be given, or you are supposed to present yourself in the best way it should be?
First of all, we have to start by the Constitution, the 99 Constitution. They have to amend it for us to be duly represented. Because when you look at the statistics today now, women are not duly represented. And we have a whole lot to give. We are the grassroots. We make most of the law. You men come to seek advice from us, and we give to you people. So there is much important for you to include women in the seat. So that is why we are clamoring that women should be presented in the society.
Are you aware that the world belongs to men?
We are not disputing that. We know you people are our head, but we are your neck. We are pleading with you. We don't want to take all the seats. What we are begging for is for you to shift a bit for us to take some seats in Nigerian, in National Assembly and the State House of Assembly.
However, if you check the history of Nigeria or the history of the world, just take Nigeria as your case study. We've been reading in history books, Queen Amina, Mrs. Ransome Kuti, these are women and many others. As a matter of fact, we equally in the National Assembly since the return of democracy in 1990 when we are today, we've been seeing women representation to a certain extent. But I wouldn't know whether you have a particular figure or you want to tie the seats to. That instead of giving you 5, you want it 10 or 10 to 20 or you like divide it equally. Is that what you are?
No. We are not asking for equal representative. We are asking for 35%. We can't be equal with men. But what we are asking for, give us that room to represent ourselves. For example, you have sent your children to school. So are you going to prefer your son over your daughter? You have sent her to school. How will you know that, yes, she has studied? How can you know that, okay, what you have sent her to school to go and do, that, yes, she's going to represent you well? We need to act upon it. We need to address the society. Most of the ladies, they look up to us to say, okay, yes, if this woman is there, definitely I will be there one day. You are giving us the room to speak, to govern the people. It's not all about the men. So that's why we are seeking for the amendment of the Constitution, so that if you notice now, how many women do we have in the Senate? How many do we have in the House of Representatives? So if women are included, we could also be able to amend the laws, to make laws for ourselves.
Is it about campaigning for yourselves, or you want the law to give you what you don't campaign for? Let me give you an instance.
Okay.
I remember there's this notable woman I know, Sarah Jibril, when Jonathan was to come out for 2011 campaign to become president until 2015. Sarah Jibril was one of these women leaders who showed interest to seek for this highest position of being the president of the country. But when the voting started to determine who will now become the flag bearer, women were gathered at the Eagle Square, and one was expected to see some of these women identifying with her. But at the end of the day, when the votes were counted, we discovered she was the one that voted for herself, and that ended the whole show. You two, you don't believe in yourselves as women.
I know.
Is that the perception?
No, there is a popular saying that women are our problems. We get that a lot. I will use myself for an example. When I was contesting, I contested with over 22 men. I happened to be the only woman. And I happened to be the only woman that went round the 12 wards in FCT. Other men did not do anything. They didn't go round the 12 wards. I made impact in those communities. In those wards, I made impact. They could hear of Honorable Jennifer. But what about the men? We know the cry of our community. We know the cry of our people. We listen to them more than the men. We have sympathy over the community. We have more sympathy. I wouldn't say that the men don't have. They do have, but we have more sympathy. We listen to our children. We listen to our people. You understand? That is the reason why we are clamoring for them to put to reserve seat for women. And speaking of, she has only one vote. Sometimes you know how our voting system is. So that is why we are trying to amend the Constitution.
I thought you don't believe in yourselves.
We believe in ourselves, greatly believe in ourselves. And we believe that by next year reverse will be the case.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. You said you were the only female among the males, out of 7, right?
Out of 23 men.
Okay, contesting for the aspiring level.
Yes, when we are aspiring to be the AMAC chair.
Yes. And you were the only female.
I was the only female.
Can you paint the picture of how you were viewed?
First of all, because of my experience, because I've been opportune to work in National Assembly, and I was welcomed very well. So many people like the fact that I took that bold step to come out to say, yes, I want to govern the people. For coming out alone is a win for me. And so many of our leaders, so many of our representatives, they were happy. Even when I wrote to so many dignitaries of which I'm not going to mention the names, they were extremely happy. I got a whole lot of encouragement from them that for you coming out alone is a win for you, because this is my first time. Probably the next time I will get the opportunity to get the seat.
So out of these 20, can you clearly explain to us which number did you emerge at the end of the day? Because I want to know the performance of women to determine why you are pressing for this bill to be reserved seats to be given to you.
First of all, even the incumbent one, he also came to me to say, please, if there is any way, because he just came to our party. He came to me and said, I would love you to even step down for me. This is my second term. And one thing I love about him, he was so humbled. He was he was welcoming, and I said, okay, fine. Why not? If our leaders or our party say, okay, we should step down for you, we will be able to step down for you. Yeah. But I was one of the leading person.
Because he saw you as a threat.
Yeah, he actually saw me as a threat. He knows.
Okay.
Yes.
But you can't tie figures with what you get.
I know. It was not really conducted. Like, well, you know everything that happened, but we just have to leave it in that way. Yes.
So if this particular bill, women in politics, reserve seats, for women in politics. If you check the history of a Nigerian woman, and you check the Nigerian history, it appears as if what you get is what you are. I'm talking about you must have created some kind of track records, not just keeping seats for you. Well, you cannot just walk to taking those seats. By the time you come out like in AMAC, you are contesting. And somebody again contesting that same party you belong as a man, and he gets more vote than you, can we now ask him to stop because you are a woman?
No.
Is that what the idea of the reserve seat should be meant for you?
Not
or the party in question must definitely ensure that whether you lose or you win, you must become a member in the House or a senator at the end of the day. Is that what the party did?
No, you have to have made impact in the society. I will use myself as an example. Before I started, I'm a humanitarian. I have my NGO where I do my humanitarian services. They've seen my work in church. They've seen my work in the community. They've seen that I will be able to represent them very well, and that was why the leaders, I didn't choose to come out. It was the cabinet and our community leaders that said, no, you've been doing a great work in this place, so we want you to represent us. So many people were happy. And then I was doing my humanitarian work, and the reason why I was coming out was to give voice to the women, to give voice to the voiceless, to give voice to the ones that said, okay, if not, they belong to the kitchen. I made them to understand in my cost of life, in my life journey, I have been an Uber driver. I did an Uber driving in Abuja here before I became who I am today. And when I was doing that, I branded my car. There's nobody that will enter the car without asking, what is this for? Because I wrote the name of my NGO and the name of my company. So I engaged them. I tell the young people that whenever you are doing anything, try to be very unique in anything you are doing so that you can be picked among every other person. Create an impact in the society so that they can see you as a voice. They can see you as somebody that, yes, we could use her as an example to our children. And more of rebranding your products. How can so many people, like for example, so many people are selling laptops. And how can you rebrand your own? How can you market your own to make it unique for people to buy? AI has made it easier for everybody. That okay, yes, when you include there's a way they do it now with your AI stuff. So what I'm trying to say is I am teaching them rebrand them. Yes, how to rebrand your product and how to stand out in anything you are doing, so that you can be recognized. Let them know that yes, we have a voice. We've sent to school to study, and we are here to tell them what we can do for the community and the society.
Because I asked you this question so that women who are talking about women in politics will feel just go home and sleep because the law has provided 35% for women.
No, but who are the ones making the law? Who are the ones voting? Are they not women?
What I wouldn't know, because I'm talking about some of them might not show much interest by identifying themselves with the people working so hard as a politician to get what they want, because they will not rely so much on the amendment of the Constitution that you have been asked the law asks to preserve or reserve 35% seats for women in Nigerian politics. And so they will now go back to the cocoon, sleeping, and cooking and believing that they will just walk into National Assembly as lawmakers. Can that be seen to be like that?
No, as far as I'm concerned, women have been very active in politics. When you call them, even if in the midnight, they come and say, yes, we are ready to work for you. When anybody is contesting now, they go to women. They say, I know you are the one to persuade your husband. I know you are the one to mobilize for me. We are grassroots mobilizers. We do a whole lot of things, but at the end, we are not being recognized in the society. So that is why we are begging the National Assembly to please amend the Constitution so that we can have seat for women. It's not by sitting at home, or we have a whole lot to contribute. When you give us the opportunity, then let's watch us and see what we can do. It's not all about sitting at home, or you think, okay, we are meant to go and sell in the market and all that. We could also make the law. We could also represent our people. Let our children, as they are going to school, let them know that, yes, mommy can represent me. My auntie can represent me. So that is why we are saying that, yes, give us the opportunity and see what we can do.
It is understood that women are meant to stay at home, build the home, teaching children how to behave in the society. Now that you are pressing to have 35% seats in the National Assembly, either in House of Representatives or Senate, and how will you be doing with the home front?
First of all, I will use our...
Don't forget, assuming your campaign to become president, will you be crisscrossing Nigeria from here to Adama to Sokoto to Lagos, or some other place like that, and then who now takes care of your family?
At least, I will use our First Lady as an example. He has a supportive husband, which is our president. And since she has been in the Senate, she has been doing her work. She's a pastor. She's also a good housewife. She cooks, and you have seen it always in the television when she's doing her duties. The fact that we are housewife doesn't mean that we cannot manage our home very well. Our own is, yes, we'll do our homework at home and we'll go back to work. You can't tell me that we don't have female newscasters here. We have female representatives. We have females in a bank sector. They go back home again and do their work. Yes. So that's not a barrier.
So that will not hinder.
It's not hindering anything. That's not a barrier that we cannot do our work at home. Yes, we are full-time housewife, and we can also represent our people.
Okay.
Yes.
So now that you came out to show interest for the amateur chairmanship and eventually you didn't get, to what extent have your spirit been dampened, either withdraw or to continue as a fighter?
Coming out is a win for me, and it has created a whole lot of impact. There is no way you go to now that my name will not be mentioned. I was that woman that, yes, everyone look up to, even up till now. They call me for advice, they call me for so I'm one of the stakeholders anyways in FCT politics. So there's nothing they do now that I'm not representing them. The fact that I didn't get the ticket doesn't mean that I should stop working. They are my people, and I know that I will fight for them. I will make sure anything good comes to them. We are here to represent them. It's not by our selfish interest. That I don't get it doesn't mean that I should go back home to go and sit down. No, my wish is to work with the incumbent chairman so we can do things. The things where he is lacking, I will bring my own ideas to him and tell him, okay, this is something I want you to do. Yes, I'll bring my ideas to him for him to succeed.
Okay. Are there any cultural incubacies that will eventually hinder the passage of this bill?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Like cultural incubacies that will now stop this bill seeing the light of the day culturally, because cultures vary from one place to another.
Yes, I know. Firstly, the bill has passed the first reading, second reading, and hopefully by October is going to pass the third reading, and very soon we shall make progress.
Okay.
Yes, we are making progress, and I pray that everything will be done according to God's plan.
Okay, let me just find out anything at all You left to say but you couldn't say. You had in mind to say but you couldn't say. And I wanted to ask you your role model in the first place.
Of course, definitely is our first lady. Wow. Of course, yes, she is my role model. Even the national woman leader, APC national woman leader. They've been very good to us. They've imparted in our life massively, and we pray for God to strengthen them, for them to do the work that they are called upon to do.
That's good.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. Are there little girls who want to be like you?
Absolutely. There are so many. They walk up to me and say, Ma, we want to...
Not because of your beauty.
I know. It is well. Thank you for having me.
All right. It's a pleasure being with us on Global TV, and I really enjoyed discussing with you. That shows indeed that you are really prepared to become a leader, not just being AMA, but possibly imagine at the National Assembly, either in House of Reps or in Senate. I appreciate it great for being part of this program, Global TV.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, that's how far we can go on the program, Face the Fact on Global TV. My guest was Honorable Jennifer Uzoma Nnamdi, who actually stood in for AMA chairmanship aspiration, but she couldn't get it. You listen to her what she said, and I believe some other time, as much as politics will go in 2027, I may be seeing her again doing another thing to get the best out of it. My name again is Topsy Gimba. We shall come your way with yet another suitable package. Stay tuned and watch the news at 8. Stay tuned and bye-bye.